In section 5.2, we're going to be solving systems by substitution, part 1. The three ways are substitution, graphing, and the addition method. Now today, you're going to be learning about substitution. So here's how it's going to work. I want you to write down in your notes these three things, and then write down example number 1. As a reminder, please remember, you can pause the video, rewind it as many times as you would like. Here's the example we're going to use. Y equals 5x and x plus y equals 18. Y equals 5x and x plus y equals 18. Here's how substitution works. Step 1. One of your equations has to have the variable by itself. Now today, they're all going to be done for you. So we're going to talk more about this tomorrow. So what I want you to do is look at this first equation. It says y is equal to 5x. That's what y is equal to. So what you're going to do is you're going to look at what the y is equal to. Y is equal to 5x. You are then going to take this and plug it in to the y in the second equation. And this is why it's called substitution. For example, don't write this part down, but I want you to just look at this. Let's say y was equal to 2. And we had the equation 2x plus y equals 10. If I said that y was equal to 2, what would you plug in right here for y? You'd plug in a 2. And so you would write 2x plus the 2 equals 10. You'd plug in the 2 right there. And then you just solve this equation. Subtract 2 on both sides, and divide by 2, you get x equals 4. So you would take that value and plug it in to the second equation. That's precisely what you're doing up here. You are taking this 5x, because y is equal to 5x, and you're plugging it into the second equation. So the second equation is actually x plus y. What's y? Y is equal to 5x. And then equals 18. Look at what just happened. I took this equation right here, which was 2 variables. This equation now has how many? It has 1. So now you solve it like a normal linear equation. X plus 5x is 6x. Divide both sides by 6. And x equals 3. But wait a minute. I found out what x is. X is what? X is 3. What do I still need to know? I still have to know what y is. So what do? Here's x. Here's y. Y is equal to 5 times x. Y is equal to 5 times x. What's x? X is 3. So take the 3, plug it in. 5 times 3, 15. So my answer is x is 3, y is 15. So as an ordered pair, it's 315, and that would be my answer. If you took both of those, if you took the x is 3, plugged in here, took the y is 15, plugged in here to both equations, you would make both equations true. Write this example down. Y equals x plus 1, and 2x plus y equals negative 2. And I also want you to write down the steps. Pause the video and write this down. Step 1, solve one equation for one variable. Step 2, substitute this expression into the other equation and solve. And step 3, substitute your answer into the remaining equation to find the other variable. Let's use these steps to solve example number 1. Now, example number 1 says y equals x plus 1 and 2x plus y equals negative 2. Step 1 says solve one equation for one variable. What that means is you want to get one of the equations with a letter by itself. For example, you want y equals or x equals. Only on one equation. So if you look here at the first equation, it says y is equal to. We have isolated one of the variables. One of the variables is solved for y, which is fine. Step 1 on tonight's homework will be done completely for you. So now what you're going to do is you're going to take this expression. The expression is x plus 1. Y equals x plus 1. You are then going to substitute this expression into the other equation and solve it. So y is equal to x plus 1. So I am taking the x plus 1 and I am plugging it in for y. And now you write the second equation. 2x plus, now it says y, but y is x plus 1. That's what I plugged in. Equals negative 2. And now you just solve it like a normal linear equation. Add like terms. 2x plus 1x is 3x. Plus 1 equals negative 2. Subtract 1 on both sides. You get 3x equals negative 3. Divide both sides by 3. X equals negative 1. There's x. We have to still find y. So you take this value here, which is x equals negative 1, plug it back into the top. It says right here, y is equal to x plus 1. So I'm plugging it in. Y equals, well, x is negative 1 plus 1. So what is negative 1 plus 1? It would be 0. So your answer is negative 1 for x and 0 for y, which would give you negative 1, 0. Now, if you checked your answer, if you took those and plugged them into both equations, it would be true. So that's my answer. Example number 2. 2x plus 2y equals 3, and x equals 4y minus 1. Step 1, make sure one of these variables is solved for either x or y. It is. If you notice the second equation, the x is by itself, and that is what x is equal to. So I'm going to block it up here. X equals 4y minus 1. I take that and plug it into the x in the first equation. So, because you're taking 2 times x, we have to have parentheses. 2 times x. What is x? X is 4y minus 1. Copy the equation down. Notice that this is what you plugged in. This is the 4y minus 1 that you plugged in for x. Solve the equation. 2 times 4y minus 1 is 8y minus 2 plus 2y equals 3. Add like terms. 10y minus 2 equals 3. Add 2. 10y equals 5. Divided by 10. Well, 5/10 is 1/2. So y would be 1/2. What do I need? I need to find x. So I'm going to take the 1/2, plug it in right there, because that's what y is equal to. So what does it say? X equals 4 times y minus 1. What's y? I'm plugging it in. Remember, you're taking it and plugging it in right there. So we plug it in. X equals, what's 4 times 1/2? Well, 1/2 of 4 is 2. So 2 minus 1, x equals 1. So my answer would be 1/1/2. And that is your answer for this problem. We have one more example. Example number 3. The first equation is going to be y equals 4 minus x. The second equation is going to be 2x minus 3y equals 18. All right, once again, one of our equations is already solved for x and or y. So if you look here, which one is it solved for? Well, the first equation is solved for y, which means that we have y equals. The y is by itself. So what is y equal to? Y is equal to 4 minus x. So what would you do with that 4 minus x? You'd plug it in for y, because it says y is equal to 4 minus x, so we plug it in. 2x minus 3 times y, what's y? 4 minus x equals 18. That right there is what we plugged in. So now you solve it. So we distribute. 2x, distribute the negative 3. Negative 12 plus 3x equals 18. 2x plus 3x, that gives me 5x minus 12 equals 18. Add 12, 5x equals 30. Divide by 5, x equals 6. Now that's x. What do I still need? I need to find what y is. So we're going to take this 6, plug it in right there. Y equals 4 minus x. What's x? Well, x is 6. So what is 4 minus 6? Negative 2. So what's my answer? X is 6. Y is negative 2. Therefore, my ordered pair, my answer is 6, negative 2.